And dodging all of the quick schemes, money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cards is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hello and welcome, Rocket League fans. We are here and we are live. We apologize for the delay. FBI Tugboat here with my man Curtis. We got a little Eastern Collegiate Athletic Conference coming at you guys. Curtis, how are we doing today?
Doing pretty good. Looking forward to a competitive matchup. Southwestern Assemblies of God University and Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute, and that's those are the SAGU and RPI for those that don't want to go through the full names. But
Yes.
a couple of 4-2 teams looking like a competitive matchup on paper. Hopefully, we get that and more in this 5-game set.
Absolutely. We'll hop into that in just 1 second. But first, and of course, we got to talk about the organizations that make this broadcast possible for viewers like you, right? Little PBS action. Let's see. Lenovo Legion knows that you play to win. Well, Lenovo Legion, I play to win as well. To stand out from the competition, you need equipment that matches the speed of your thoughts and your actions. The Legion Y25 monitor delivers wins in the toughest and most critical of situations. With its extreme 1 millisecond response time to the insane 240 hertz refresh rate, the Legion Y25 doesn't just keep up, it does a lot more. It cannot do your taxes for you as present. Built for those engaged in vast multiplayer battles at the tournament level, the Legion Y25 offers a 24.5-inch full HD IPS panel with built-in NVIDIA G-Sync compatibility, of course. Legion Y25 monitor available at Lenovo.com and other fine retailers around you. Let's get on into the competition, though. Oh, big shout out, of course, EMP Live Designs and our producer right now, that is PogChimp, producing away, K-Tad observing. We do both appreciate them fully. 4-2 teams, two 4-2 teams, excuse me, coming on into this one. Both of those coming off of a loss last week as well, Curtis.
No, coming off of wins. They're both coming off wins a week ago.
That's what I meant.
But the biggest thing you got to pay attention to is you have these two teams firmly entrenched in the top 8 in the standings, which means that they are right now playoff bound. A loss could knock them down. So this is a very important game in the penultimate week in the week left.
do that one. Let's go ahead and introduce these teams. I got SAGU on the left. That's the Southwestern Assemblies of God University. Again, SAGU just a little bit easier. That is Keaton. That is Crazy Kyle, and that's X-Hood, henceforth referred to as Hood.
Yep. And then RPI is Mattify, Goo, and Brother Nature is who we have for RPI. So we are underway with game 1, and immediately, or I'm sorry, I said Goo. It's actually Geo. I thought it was 2 O's. That's my bad. Either way, we're up, and Adam is Geo is going to have a little bit of control coming out of his defensive end. 40 seconds into game 1. That's a pass in the middle, but Mattify is going to have to wait 3 seconds to play again. A huge demo in front takes away an opportunity.
Yeah, 45 seconds into this one. Not for lack of trying. There's been a couple of shot attempts so far, but nothing going in sight quite yet. And as I say that, of course, Brother Nature comes rolling in the front. Little backboard tap action, doing everything himself, really. After the teammate did get that nice takeaway. Geo really setting that one up, setting across his backboard. Easy peasy, 52 seconds in with a lead RPI at 1-0.
Yeah, 52 seconds in, like you said, Brother Nature gets his team on the board, and Mattify gets the better of that exchange on the kick. Geo's going to put this up. Brother Nature trying to get the second contact. Shaves the ceiling with it. They'll go towards the back wall. RPI has had control, offensive momentum, and possession so far in this game, and a couple of demos has really been the only bright spot so far for SAGU. Towards the sidewall.
You get points for it, you get some respawn times for it, but not really a whole lot else. I mean, these are not useless demos, but really just serving to reset players here. Mattify trying to take this one out, not going to happen so easily as Crazy Cow goes to the challenge right there, wins it, gets it out to Brother Nature's attempt, but not going to be able to secure that one. Keaton almost off the top right here, but now just a little bounce play across the middle. Hood tries to bite on it, not going to happen. Back to the middle we go.
And Geo is going to turn in and try to take control of this off the corner. Right wing side. Taken away from Hood, or by Hood. Keaton off the nose. Puts a little bit too far out in front. Nice job using his teammate as a T there, Mattify does. Puts it off the hood of Brother Nature. Demo in front again as RPI gets into the physical attacks. Brother Nature going to give chase. Gets it away from Keaton. They're going to keep the forecheck going. Another touch needed. And Crazy couldn't quite get it towards midfield without a little bit of help. Keaton trying to fall on top of it. Doesn't matter. Takeaway. RPI has a chance here towards the net, and it stays out. Big stop to a 2:40 to go to keep it at a 1-goal affair.
Yeah, big stop. I mean, there was a lot of time to respond to that one as well. It kind of seemed like a longer, just swirling ball like that would have been blocked away a little bit easier, but they did get to it. Weaker hit, but that did, of course, still stave off. No second goal quite here so far. Gotta say, there you go. I was gonna say the RPI demos. I mean, we like to see the physical play, but what are they getting from it?
I mean, other than just like you said, resetting play and resetting boosts, not a ton as RPI is stuck in their own end at the moment. This will be a play in front. Not going to happen, though. It's a sent back deep. Brother Nature trying for the counter. Has the angle. Oh, it's off the post. That was close. Thought he had the angle just a few pixels off, and we remain in a 1-goal game. 2 minutes to go with 1:55 left.
What, the bare bottom, like that angle on the bottom right pole right there was just enough to flick this one out, like perfectly outside. Did cross the threshold, but not completely, of course.
Here's Mattify. Mattify gets it taken away from him. This will go out to Crazy. Crazy couldn't control it. It's back in RPI's possession for the moment, but then sent hard at the RPI net. Geo. Over the midfield line. Back again. SAGU trying to set up on offense. Towards the sidewall. Opportunity to knock that one away. Here comes Keaton. That's touched, and it's accurate. Towards the net, big stop. Rebound is still in front, but it's put back to midfield, and a missed opportunity for SAGU.
Yeah, I gotta say, RPI, they have really just looked frantic on the defense, right? Like, that's the second or maybe even third shot attempt here from SAGU that is pretty well forecasted. It's decently slow. It's not like you have a triple-up offense here, but Member is just burning everything to get to it and then getting a really, really weak rebound and off to the one side right there. Yes, it's turned into offensive pressure after that, but just the effort that's put into something that should be relatively effortless is kind of surprising at this point. It might be the reason why we're looking at only a 1-score difference thus far.
Surprising and maybe a little bit concerning going forward. Chance for Crazy Kyle. Pass out into the middle, but it's going to go above the hood. It'll be a chance for Keaton. Etan trying to get there. Not going to work. Gio puts it off the corner wall. That was angled towards the net on a Plinko, but it'll get knocked away. RPI trying to keep possession in the offensive end. Chances are good that SAGU is not going to be able to score from here, so this is a very smart play. Mattify loses it. Gio keeps it in, and that may be the dagger as they're able to knock it down towards the ground, and that will do it. RPI takes the game 1-0 after a 5-minute affair of good chances, but not enough execution on part of SAGU.
Yeah, exactly. Cannot agree enough. 4 total shots for SAGU, looking at, 7 for RPI, so just outside of doubling up for RPI. This is a score difference of 1. Honestly, these are some of my favorite games, Curtis. Score difference of 1 just means that there was just a minor mistake somewhere within gameplay, and then both teams just went absolutely down to the wire after that. And it's a very, very close game all the way throughout, because we know, as we almost saw here, triple zeros might happen, but until this ball hits the ground, it is not grounded out and is not dead ball. Game does continue. As it is, forced saves as well for SAGU. Again, just kind of goes back to the theme here. RPI just had way more offensive time and shots, opportunities, everything in between here, Curtis, and that's why we saw them take game number 1.
Good communication defensively from RPI as well. They were able to keep the ball out of the frame of net, which is important. If SAGU wants to sit there and play in the corners and on the sidewall, then RPI is content to let them. The big thing is don't let the ball in the middle, don't let the ball in frame, and anything that does get in frame, make sure you're in position to stop it. Read your ball, play above your crossbar, keep it away from frame of net, and you'll be in good shape. RPI did that really well, and they have a 1-0 lead to show for it.
Yeah, just kind of methodical defense at that point. Just more boiling it down to the Bears strategies right there. Because again, I mean, 2-4-2 teams, I don't think there's any kind of crazy skill difference going on right now. There's nobody that takes it to the air and just gets their way with this ball and just are able to control it all the way. Everybody's getting challenged. Nobody's getting free looks. And we're looking at a game 2. Should be just as competitive as a game 1.
Oh, it nearly ended up in the first strike very early on. Brother Nature, who had the goal in game 1 to put RPI in front. Might have an opportunity to work in the offensive end for Gio. Demo out towards the middle of the field. Brother Nature gets into Crazy Kyle. That'll be off the top again.
There's the answer.
Thank you. Yep, a couple of answers there. This is a couple of bumps as well. This will be off the intersection, coming straight down. Chance for RPI. And another demo that goes back the other way. There's an opportunity. It is Brother Nature towards the back wall. Crazy Kyle has the first touch, and Keaton gets it knocked away from his frame. That's important, something we need to remember going forward. Brother Nature looking for an angled play. That's a dangerous ball there for Mattify, trying to get the touch, but Kyle makes the save and gets it out to the corner where SAGU can focus on getting it away from their end.
Gio with a good hit over on this side, and I love this defense is willing just to keep it slow. There's no need to go hot and heavy at this one, at least so far. They've looked real impressive on the defense so far, SAGU has, and just like that, transferring this into offensive pressure.
That's off the back wall. Opportunity left wing side. Keaton has one towards the far side. That is a chance for Hood to try to force the issue there, but Brother Nature comes out with it. Mattify into the offensive corner. He will defer. Gio's right there, tries to take it away from Hood. Hood has control for the moment. Now Keaton has one to work against, and he's going to put that one home with a flick. Great work, great patience, and SAGU has their first goal in their first lead.
There you go. Lions raised the main on this one. Love to see it. SAGU got goose egged in the first, but that is the best possible goose egg situation possible, right? Only dropping a single goal to lose by a 0-1. Incredibly close, incredibly interesting, and competitive scoreline, but that is no more. It went about 7 minutes or so. No scores on board. And I would love to see a SAGU team strike back here in game 2 at the same scoreline and keep it incredibly close, right?
That'll be wall to wall, side to side. Yeah, exactly. Competitive is absolutely what we want. We do not want to stream lopsided games if at all possible. This will be a Plinko ball towards the top of the crossbar. Oh, Hood with a real nice play. That pitches up against the bar. Ooh. Crazy good defensive play from Gio to knock that away off his own crossbar. And indeed, it will knock out from the back end, and RPI lives to tell about that little affair as they remain with a 1-0 deficit to look at.
That's impressive, just keeping that one alive. Everybody on the RPI side getting involved in the defense on this one. And something else, the difference that we've seen in this game, not just the score presently, but the difference in offensive time. Both teams getting a lot more of it, and just like that, Hood putting in the second for the side of SAGU, striking back and getting the first actual lead in this game. Not just a lead of 1, perfectly at halftime, game number 2.
Yep, we have a 2-0 lead for, at this point, what is SAGU. That was a ill-timed touch, an ill-fated touch from Gio, who puts it middle of his own net, essentially, and gives SAGU the second goal of this game. Chance for RPI to come back, though. They need this. This is towards the net, off the crossbar. Real nice save. Keaton going to be content to go off his own backboard. Brother Nature, off that corner wall. Hood gets control and sends it hard and deep into the opposite end. Good demo on the goal line as Hood gets into Gio. That's a hard shot towards the SAGU net. Controlled by Keaton. Brother Nature over the head of 1. Looking to get it over the head of 2. Not going to work. Keaton goes deep with this. That's a pass. Oh, nearly finished it. Did Crazy Kyle on the other side. Minute 40 to go in a 2-0 game.
Yeah, SAGU's been playing some real good. You called it earlier, that wall-to-wall defense, man. These rotations for all 3 members of SAGU, not letting anything in yet, and still getting it going on offense. That's as good as an opportunity and performance in Rocket League as you're going to get.
Matify forcing the issue in the offensive end. Keaton will help with the clear, and it will get to Kyle. Now Keaton with a worm burner towards the net, a little bit wide of the intended target, and Gio has control, at least for the moment. Loses it to Hood. That's out in front. Brother Nature over the head of 1, but right at Keaton towards the net. Matify has to make a nice save and does so. Responsible save as well as it gets into the corner. That doesn't matter. Keaton will come out. Crazy Kyle will come in, and it will go above his head, and Keaton will be responsible for defense in his own side for the moment.
Nicely done. Once again, impressive defensive stops after multiple offensive shots is the name of the game here for both teams. 2-0 might as well be 1-0, right? Like that's how close this game is right now. So close the series is. SAGU again takes this in game 2. We'll see at least ourselves a game 4.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a game 4 like being competitive like this. This will be RPI in their own end. Matify loses this left wing side. Keaton can't get there in time, and Gio goes for a long clear on the opposite side. We're 24 seconds left in game 2. That'll put into the middle. Keaton knocks that down. Needs some help. That's Crazy Kyle trying to put this one towards the net and get one more. But Gio up into the air to get this one clear, and Matify will follow. 9 seconds left. RPI needs to give themselves a chance. They need to get a goal within the next probably 2 seconds, and it is not going to happen. Nope. So a 2-0, or at the very least a 2-1 win for SAGU, as they will take a game to tie it up. This might go in just for posterity's sake off the post. Doesn't matter. SAGU will put this game away and have a 1-1 series tie after a very competitive game for them.
Yeah, so 0-1 RPI in game number 1, 2-0 for SAGU in game number 2. I got no predictions here, Curtis. If the theme continues here numerically, we will see RPI strike back at a 3-0 scoreline. But honestly, the way these two teams are playing, I simply do not see a three-score difference happening in any of these games so far, unless just the wheels absolutely fall off, pop a flat, whatever other car analogies you want to use here, Curtis. Unless that happens, I don't see either team taking a 3-score lead the way these two are playing right now. We have been granted some very, very close Rocket League. The scoreboard reflects it, as well as the individualized scores within this. 5 saves, both teams, 7 shots for SAGU, 6 shots for RPI, and an evenly distributed 2-2 and 2. Brother Nature with 2, Matify with 2, Gio with 2. The numbers tell the story here, and that is that these two teams are just absolutely doing battle right now. And honestly, at this point, Curtis, I would not be surprised. I would be surprised if we don't go to a game 5, basically.
Yeah, if the wheels fall off and the engine falls out, that's the only way we're going to see either team probably score more than 2 goals in any of these games, the way these two teams are playing defensively. So very responsible defensively, able to keep it out of frame for the most part. A couple of mistakes from RPI, and SAGU absolutely took advantage of those in game 2. But now we have game 3 in what has become a best of 3, as both teams tied up at 1 in this series. Immediately, we're going to come up with a chance for Hood on the offensive. Gio handles this, but it's put straight up into the air for Crazy Kyle and Keaton to take advantage of. Matify in a tough spot, has to try to fall on top of it. That's going to be a left wing chance. Crazy Kyle comes in, forces the issue, but a hard send is going to set up Gio on a counter. Keaton equal to it. Still scoreless for the moment. Brother Nature off the ceiling. No, not going to happen. And we go back out to midfield.
Yeah, 30 seconds in, not going to see any super early scores in Game 3, just like we did not in Game 1 and 2. Another thing that I'm sensing, right? We saw a whole lot of RPI demos in game 1. I think like 7 or so just to answer against 1. A lot more even-handed in SAGU RPI game 2, but nothing so far the first 60 seconds, whereas we saw plenty of that this early. And there we go. I guess you talk long enough, it's guaranteed to happen, right?
Yeah, it'll happen. That's in front. Chance there for Hood, and he puts it in the corner pocket. That's a 1-0 lead for SAGU to give them their lead.
How interesting is this, right? We're looking at least double-digit demos for RPI across these 3 games now, right?
Yeah.
But no like real immediate scores afterwards. Obviously, the only maximum that they could have is the 1 because they've only scored once across these 3 games thus far, right? But then SAGU, the first and only demo in this game performed by the SAGU squad, they immediately turn that into pressure and then into a score from a perfect pass off the backboard into Hood for the first score in this game. How interesting.
That's a pretty good...
It's very methodical, you know?
Yeah. Pretty good timeline of events. That nearly was a dunk into the net. Keaton can't put it home. Chance for Crazy Kyle, putting it up in the air for Keaton once more. Seems Crazy Kyle and Keaton are the offensive output for this SAGU team. Hood does have a goal. And that'll be Keaton knocking it back out to mid, but right to Brother Nature. Brother loses it to Hood. Geo with the catch, but loses it immediately. Plinko ball back towards the RPI net, and a good save coming up from Mattify. That's in frame. Chance for Hood. The drop down, that's posted out as he hit the crossbar with it, actually, as we come down to our final 3 minutes of game 3. And SAGU is absolutely threatening the RPI net and has been for the last minute or so.
Yeah, a lot of offensive pressure, but nothing doing right there. Double up on the defense for RPI as well, but no harm, no foul. At least this time. 1-0 lead. Again, not really seen much more than that so far in this matchup. Ooh, that is almost an own goal right there from Brother Nature's. The attempted redirect is there. Now down. Hood can't quite get this. That's almost an... Oh, that's an own goal. That's an own goal. A technical own goal, obviously. That's a hard angle to read, but...
Well, Geo gets credit for it, and it goes off of Hood. Just it's a bit of an ill-timed touch, ill-placed touch off the car, and a bit of a worm burner into his own net. He's kicking himself, but a lot of positives to look at for SAGU, so don't let that be the goal that defines you for this game 3.
The first tied situation we've seen in this matchup as well, right? How interesting. It's been so close, but both teams putting up a goose egg in one of these first 2 games. This is the first time we've seen both teams put anything on halfway through game number 3. While we have a guaranteed at least another one after this. As I say that, a high-scoring affair indeed. We are just past halftime in this game. We have the same amount of scores in this game as we did in the first 2.
That's a great play by Brother Nature to force Crazy Kyle into contact there. Crazy Kyle had to make contact. He just had to put it away from the net, if at all possible. But he ends up putting it right in front, right into the wheelhouse of his teammate to put that one home. And now RPI has our first lead in a little while. It's Brother Nature trying to add to it. Doesn't matter. Right? Hood is there, and that's going to be a save out front. Mattify up in the air. Geo in the area as well, but Keaton will defensively get that one taken care of. As you see a demo as SAGU knocks out one of the RPI players. That's a touch near side. Not going to work as well. Back and forth we go. Some high-speed action and good chances on net to boot.
Yeah, taking it back to the numbers here. Outside of offensive shots for SAGU, this has really just been completely evenly distributed all the way across. 5 saves for SAGU. Everybody has at least 1. RPI, 4 saves. 3 from Geo, so a little bit more of like a roll right there, but we take it to the shot attempts, right? 6 total. 1 from Mattify, 3 for Brother Nature, 2 for Geo, whereas on the other side, it's only 4 and 4 from Hood and from Keaton. Crazy Kyle's not done anything offensive shot-wise, at least he's been credited with so far in this game 3.
Yeah, he's been there, though. No doubt about that one. He's had some pretty clutch touches in this game 3. Hood's in a tough spot, trying to work it into the middle. Ends up getting the dunk. Has Keaton with him. Keaton with a double touch right out there to Crazy Kyle. Finding the angle towards the net. Big stop to keep that one out. Keaton keeps it up in the air. SAGU trying to tie this game up with a minute to go. Keaton going to fall on top of this ball, but it's taken away by Brother Nature. That's going to drop off the post. It stays out as well. Another good opportunity gone by with 49 seconds left in game 3.
Brother Nature just simply took the wrong angle on that, right? I mean, there's like a split second he had an opportunity, right or left. He cuts left and blocks ball out on the rebound. Not 100% sure about that. Definitely kicking themselves for that one. Oh! And there's the tie-up factor. If that had been a score earlier, the RPI would still be in the lead.
Yep, absolutely. But Deuce is wild instead with 35 to go. Good pass in the middle from Crazy Kyle. Has Hood jumping all over this. Geo read it, but just read it a little bit too late and couldn't get to the ball first. And it makes for a tie ball game. 35 ticks to go. One of these teams has a hero on the roster to try to get themselves to at least closer to a 5-2 record. 30 seconds left. It's a chance for Hood. Hood, who already has a couple of goals in this game and the series, off the intersection. Coming down for Hood. Putting it far side and wide as Gio will take control and possession. Up off the ceiling. Crazy Kyle. Mattify. 10 seconds to go. 7 seconds. RPI trying to set something up. Trying to find it. Didn't quite work. Keaton might have a play here. This will be hard off the top. Crazy Kyle in the area, but Brother Nature defensively responsible enough, it would seem, to knock that one down, and we have OT in Game 3.
Yeah, the first actual overtime situation right here. I know I've been squawking about how close this game is, but how interesting, again, that this is the first time we actually see a formal overtime, like extra seconds added on to clock. But the sudden death starts now.
Yes, it does. One of these teams has a goal in them. Who's it going to be? Keaton trying to make sure it's SAGU. That's a pass in the middle. Brother Nature loses control of this. Hood trying to make it happen, but good recovery by Brother Nature to knock that one away. Still a dangerous ball. Mattify keeps it out of frame. Smart to do that. He's got Gio with him. That's going to get to midfield and a little bit further. It's Mattify versus Hood. The dribble over one. Chance for Brother Nature. Has a chance to angle this towards the net. That's high and towards the crossbar. Saved by Crazy Kyle. And Mattify keeps it into the corner. And with SAGU at least responsible enough to get it away from the net and pound it into the RPI corner.
What big pop play here. Everybody getting time to rotate in on this one. 60 seconds of overtime now. Mattify up to this one, blocks it away as members of RPI rotating perfectly on this one. It's trying to assume this offensive pressure, but definitely don't want to cheat up a little bit too far and get caught looking, Curtis.
Yep, you do not want to get countered at this point. Keaton in front of the offensive net. That's going to put it in front for Gio, who gets a long pass. Mattify can't find the pass to try to redirect that towards net. And a battle for it around the side boost orb. Hood towards the middle. Oh, good pinch. Is going to send that one hard.
Kyle.
Mattify, give and chase. That's going to be top of the box. Brother Nature coming in, but he's going to be a little late to the party. And SAGU will be able to get it away from their net for the moment.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Our overtime action continues. I'm not surprised this has gone about 100 seconds plus now here, Curtis. Back on over to it. Both teams, and again, you know, the offensive pressure was the problem in game number 1. That is a problem of the past. That is no longer in existence. This is about as even as it gets when you're talking about that offensive pressure and time of possession. Sorry.
No, you're good. This will be towards the sidewall. SAGU trying to get it away from their net, but RPI not letting them. Gio. Played well by Hood. Hard send towards the sidewall. Good knockdown from Mattify, but it goes towards the SAGU net and easily controlled by Kyle. Then Kyle works it into the middle. Mattify comes up and interrupts that. That's a nice play defensively to get there first. Off the nose of Keaton. Gio pops it up in the air. Needs that back for sure. Mattify going to play this above his own bar, and it's a great play to boot. Brother Nature tries to get there. Can't do it. Hood and Gio go for the same ball. Both of them miss. This is an empty net. Angled towards it, and Mattify comes up with a crazy good save to keep that one out and remain tied.
Another half a game here. We started late. We're getting punished for it, Curtis. 2 minutes, 45 seconds. 2-2 up top, and I'm not talking about a dress. Tied up situations here. Gio back down to it. This is the same. I got to say, RPI has had the same offensive looks every single time. There's the first time that a Mattify or RPI member have actually kind of gone for a defender here. No, he didn't find the demo, but sometimes that's not even necessary, right? RPI's offensive looks have just kind of been very standard right here, so there's no flashiness and there's not much catching unawares, this SAGU squad.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They need to become a little less stagnant in their playmaking ability as it sits. This is going to turn the intersection and go up into the air. This is an opportunity. Brother Nature trying to finish it, can't do it. Gio thought Brother Nature had it, didn't, and then back the other way we go. And Mattify will have it in the corner. Pinched away. Crazy Kyle going to have a chance on this. Right in front. Hood can't get there, and the counterattack the other way is going to be in the realm for RPI. Put into the middle. Mattify comes up and can't quite put it home. That's close, but not knocked in just yet. 3:43 gone in OT. We remain tied up at 2 apiece.
Yeah, so just outside 4 extra minutes of Rocket League here in a game that will not decide the series. Again, it's tied up as of right now. We just basically started that best of 3 at the beginning of this game. That was, of course, 9 minutes ago, though, Curtis.
Yeah, no kidding. That was a long time ago at this point.
Quickly, what is your, I meant to ask, what is your longest overtime? I was at 12 and a half minutes.
Mine was 14:31, and I lost.
God. Okay.
Yep.
Well,
So
and you lost?
Yeah, it felt like I'd never get that time back again. This will be Brother Nature into the corner.
You let me know if you do, Curtis.
I will. That'll be in front for Crazy Kyle, who puts it home 4.5 minutes into OT, and SAGU has RPI on match point.
So what, to say that there's 5 shots in here, which is almost twice as many as the total scores in game 1 and 2, would sound impressive until you take into account that we looked at 9.5 minutes of gameplay there in the game 3, Curtis. Love to see him. Looking at a game 4 next, SAGU at a mild advantage. Yes, there's momentum going their way. Yes, this is technically match point for RPI for the first time in this matchup. But I don't think RPI are shaking their boots whatsoever here, Curtis.
No, I don't think so either. I think they know what they need to do. Yes, it was an emotional win, but don't get too emotionally hungover if you're SAGU, because RPI is going to be coming. There's no doubt about that. And on the other side, same with RPI. Short memory, take that OT, throw it out the window. It's only one game. You don't need to worry about it being anything more than that. Now you need to focus on game 4 and extend this series to a game 5. You don't want to go to 4-3 in this spot. That puts you basically in the middle of the pack in these standings. So we really want to see, if you're RPI or an RPI fan, you really want to see a concerted effort to forget that game, do what got you to the dance in the first place, and have a very competitive game 4.
I'm with it. Taking it to the numbers, that's 14 total shots RPI and 22 there for SAGU. So a statistically significant difference, I would say there. About half as many again for the winning squad right there. But I mean, given that so much of that happened in overtime, and again, that was not translated into anything more than a single goal in almost a full 5-minute overtime as well. So maybe it matters a little bit less, given that a lot of those numbers were attained in that overtime situation. But game 4 starting, RPI on technical match point. But once again, at this point, I said it 2 games ago. I'd be surprised if we don't go down to a game numero 5.
And we'll see if that is indeed the case. But at this point, it is the ever elusive best of 6 that we are playing here on this particular week. This will be a chance for Hood, trying to get there first. Trying to get the first strike for SAGU. Oh, good pinch. That's going to be netward, and that is going to find its way home. Geo from the parking lot is going to make it a 1-0 lead for Rensselaer.
Yeah, that's 3/4. And we talk about a half pitch, stuff like this sometimes. 3/4, maybe 4/5. Who knows? Very, very far. And our quickest goal on broadcast, though, so far at 25 seconds of gameplay. I think the earliest one before then was like 55 seconds.
Yeah, something like that. That was the quickest strike we've seen all series. This will be a chance for RPI to add another. Keaton will get a touch instead. Trying to work it towards the sidewall. Instead, we'll defer to Hood. Taken away, and Kyle puts it up in the air. Kyle looking for a second touch. Finds it. That's towards the net. Saved by Brother Nature. Hood will fly by the ball. Brother Nature dribbles past 2 members of SAGU and finds the net 2-0 lead for RPI.
There you go. Solid little lead here, RPI. Yeah, and then that's just an individualistic, great gameplay right there, right? This would never have happened if he didn't get it past the second. But everything in a bag of chips done by the solo player there, Brother Nature. If you want something done, you gotta do it yourself. Really taking that saying to heart.
I like it. This will be a pinch back towards the midfield line. Up is Brother Nature, has Mattify with him. Geo's underneath Mattify, just behind him. May not need him. The bounce plays in front. Crazy Kyle puts it up in the air. It's still a dangerous ball. Geo trying to force it. Not going to happen, and it'll be SAGU back the other way. This will be a chance for them to get in front. Keaton can't make contact, and RPI back the other way again. Hard send off the back wall. Brother Nature loses that to Mattify. Mattify can't find the net. That's an opportunity gone by for RPI to maybe take this game and put it away.
And would have been this biggest score difference here of 3. We predicted it wasn't going to happen, but that was Mattify. Unfortunately, proving that one true with an otherwise open net situation. Mattify following this one up, little demo action across the middle. What will they turn into it with? Who knows? That's Hood still maintaining offensive pressure all by himself. And Brother Nature barely gets ahead of this one.
Geo gets a hard send with 3:02 to go. Not a ton of time for SAGU if they want to take their opportunity and end this series. Now is the opportunity to get one. Crazy Kyle can't give chase enough as Brother Nature is going to get this knocked away. Hood tries to catch and release, didn't quite get it done. Crazy Kyle gets contact again. over his head. Hood will miss. Etan in a tough spot. That's hard off the back. Opportunity for RPI to maybe put this game away. Not going to happen as we approach OT in a 2-0 affair. And SAGU has looked better these last 30 to 45 seconds, but nothing to show for it yet.
They did. They certainly did. They certainly did. 4.5 minutes of overtime at the end of Game 3 is something that's in the past here for RPI. Definitely not thinking on that one anymore, as they have gotten themselves a solid little lead here in what has overall been a very low-scoring affair. Yeah, so I get about every 5 minutes there's like 2.5 scores made, right? Like given there's 5 total in the last, about 10 total minutes.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Yep. 1 in the first game, 2 in the second, so maybe even less than that. A little bit lower than average than 2.5. Again, very low-scoring affairs, people. 110 seconds left here. Hood trying to bring this one out, but again, it goes back to this middle where there's just been so much battle done straight up across this half-pitch line.
Somebody needs to nerf you, by the way. You're not supposed to be able to do math. You're a caster. That's not how that works.
True. That's true. 90. There's 90 scores so far in this matchup.
I like it. That's going to be a chance left wing side, knocked away by Gio. Coming in, Brother Nature is going to Plinko this off the sidewall. Needs one more touch, gets 2 instead. Right in front, they score. That is about as good as you're going to see for a team play off the corner wall, and RPI takes a 3-goal lead.
And with that, we have the fastest goal in this matchup so far. We started off with the quickest goal, the least amount of time between start and the first goal, and the fastest goal, 117 kilometers per hour. Clock it. We are looking at RPI. This game's done. I'm going to call it, dude. We already called it Game 5, dude. There's already 3 scores. It's already way higher than the average. They're not breaking the numbers here, Curtis. We might see a non-goose egg situation for SAGU. We might see him take one. But again, there's been such an incredible matchup so far. We are going to a Game 5. Neither team will be denied that 5th game.
And that's good. It's been very, very good to this point, and definitely a good thing in my eyes to see a Game 5 when both teams are playing at this level.
Okay.
This is Mattify, who adds a 4th goal, and we are under a minute to go in a 4-0 affair.
Yeah, so this kind of, I would say that given that SAGU realizes the position they're in, and we just saw a full hard triple commit up the front, this is just characteristic of a 3-score lead at 60 seconds or so. You know, if this is 3-score lead with 4.5 minutes left, I don't think this 4th goal would have necessarily happened, because again, SAGU realizes you lose by 1, you lose by 4, you lose by 10, doesn't matter, it's all the same.
Right. You got to, try to run for it and see what happens.
Yep.
Chance for Hood. SAGU wants to at least get one for momentum's sake, take something with them into a decisive Game 5. They don't want to see a clean sheet. That's going to go across the face of goal. Hood going to give chase. Gets past him. Pinched out into the mid by Mattify. Over the head of 1, not over the head of 2. Gio puts it out towards the sidewall, but Crazy Kyle's right there. Kyle angles that one towards the back wall. Double commit. Pinch. Mattify is in a good spot. Maybe he'll take advantage of this. This is in front for Brother Nature, and he finds a work of art there. 5-0 lead, and your dagger for game number 4.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, 4 and 15 wasn't going to happen, but 5 and 13 is physically impossible, we're going to say. Looking at an RPI squad striking back here in Game 4, we are definitely going to that Game 5 now here, Curtis. Looking at these two teams, I guess it's no surprise that there's another goose egg here. You know, the losing team does put up the no score performance here, because that is exactly what happened in Game 1 and 2, and now in Game 4. There's literally been more goose eggs here than closer games when it comes to that. Biggest score difference so far, though.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a good series, no doubt about that. We go into a Game 5 scenario. RPI, what I would argue, has the advantage. If you want to look numerically, you probably want to favor SAGU. But trends are made to be broken, patterns are meant to be discovered, and we'll see if RPI can buck that trend and get themselves a Game 5 win. But on the other side, SAGU, they kind of forgot what got them to a Game 4 in the first place, where they had the lead. They were not very aggressive on the forecheck, and it really stopped them from having any rhythm on offensive rotations.
It says 9 shot attempts for RPI versus SAGU's 1. I'm going to say that some of that is credited to the Rocket League being a little bit wonky with how this happens. Of course, RPI went up 2-0 early. I think they only had like 4 shots on it at that point. But then just once SAGU just puts everything offensive wise, these rebounds just simply happen for RPI a lot more so. I feel like I can say that 5 of those shots and like the last 3 goals happened on the last 90 seconds or so of this game. So again, this is a game that should have been way closer. If we were looking at a 4-score difference with 4 minutes left or something like that, we definitely would have seen the SAGU score. But hey, who knows? Moving on to a game 5, we called it, Curtis. Starting here in just a couple seconds.
Yeah, well, the biggest thing for both these rosters is the placement for the ball. You got to make sure you don't bounce it hard off the back wall. You got to put that thing on net. That's the hardest part to do in Rocket League when you have an open net to put it on, or something to make the other team make a save. This will be in front, Brother Nature near side. Good stop from Hood. That's just a couple seconds in and would have really given momentum to RPI. Now it goes back the other way. It is Crazy Kyle with the dribble play in front. Keaton can't get it done. Both teams with a chance, and Keaton has own goal. Gio gets the pinch with Keaton, and 20 seconds in, and it's an RPI 1-0 lead.
That's brutal. That's the second one of those so far that we've seen in this. Almost triple-digit kilometers per hour, 20 seconds in. Now that's going to be the quickest goal, the least time between start and first goal that we've seen in streams so far. Across 5 games as well. Really ran the gamut when it comes to describing how different Rocket League games can be across these now 5 games here in the tied-up situation between SAGU and RPI.
Chance for Brother Nature. Will defer. Crazy Kyle does not care. Wants to get one on the board, and Brother Nature just returned the favor by own goaling for SAGU, and it's a 1-1 game now.
Wow, okay, so this one popped out and over, and that is... Now we're even. There you go. I love it. I love it. Yeah, so the mistakes by both sides here coming through and yielding to a tie. Again, might as well be 10-10, might as well be a 0-0. Don't matter. At least it was acknowledged, though. I do love that.
Yeah, no good for either team, as neither team has scored a goal. They've had one scored on their own respective nets. This will be Hood to Crazy Kyle. That's an accurate-looking shot, and he found the upper 90 with that. Man, oh man, what a placement. 2-1 lead for SAGU.
There you go. Yes, that perfect placement on the upper 90. Nobody can really get to this one. Gio is already going too fast to really stop, hit the brakes, and try and get a hand onto this one. As it is, that's really the first earned goal, not own goal, in this matchup, Game 5 so far.
And we're only a minute in. We've seen 3 goals in that time frame.
Yeah.
Chance for Keaton. Puts it up in the air. Has some help downfield from Crazy Kyle. Keaton meets with Gio. Meeting of the minds doesn't mean for much. Mattify puts it up in the air. Tries to fall on top of it. Not going to. Brother Nature. Good touch. Coming out towards mid. Opportunity for Keaton. Keaton going to follow this. Try to stay with it and get the angle, but a great Gio touch is going to put this into the corner defensively. 3:24 to go. There's been a bit of a more defensive battle the last minute or so, as this one will end up at the midfield stripe.
Yeah, so this this last score at 4:01 means, of course, in the first 59 seconds of this game, we had as many total scores on board that we did in the first 10 minutes of these 2 games, the game 1 and 2, 0-1 for RPI, 2-0 for SAGU. Just a little numbers action to kind of tell you the story, guys. I think it's interesting.
Just under 3 minutes to go. Back towards the sidewall. Coming in, Brother Nature misses on this. This is going to be off the back wall. Still in frame. If SAGU was a little bit more aggressive there, they may have been able to take advantage of that. That Plinko ball will set up for Gio for the moment. Keaton looking for some help. Keaton will come back to Crazy Kyle. That's a miss off the post. Now watch the counterattack. Mattify towards the net. Post and out. Oh, it stays out. The dunk was nearly gorgeous, but it is indeed still a 2-1 game.
Wow, Mattify doing everything to earn it. Just doesn't get it on Christmas Day under the tree. That sucks.
Yep. That is the worst. Probably had a box of the thing you wanted as well, and in it was a brick.
Oh, yes. Just bricks inside. There you go.
Yep.
You were also denied an Xbox once, weren't you?
No, mine were PlayStation. This will be back towards mid. Chance into the mid forward. Gio needs a touch. That's put far side and wide. Here's Brother Nature. Goes off the nose. Bounces it off the ceiling. Coming down. Mattify can't do anything with that. Here comes Keaton. Keaton trying to force it. Tries to put it right down the throat of Brother Nature. Didn't quite get that done. Into the mid. Crazy Kyle knocks it down. Mattify in a good spot to probably force the issue here. Both players miss. and a chance for SAGU. Oh, take it away. That's gorgeous. Mattify with a real nice aggressive play. Far side, still a little bit wide with a minute 20 to go in a 2-1 affair.
80 seconds here. Hood trying to take this one off the top. Well, we saw a lot of middling play earlier. That is a thing of the past as well. It's just pretty much just been hard and heavy offensive pressure onto either of these teams the entirety of this game thus far. Little takeaway action. Keytan is going to be able to keep that up until you do get demoed, of course.
Oh, they need this. Geo towards the empty net. Big stop. Keytan thanking his lucky stars. The placement was poor, and he will make a save on it. That'll bounce in front. Chance for Brother Nature. He scores. Tie game with 50 to go, and we're deuces wild again.
Oh, yes. 50 seconds to go before we get another overtime situation, just in case you're just joining us, guys. End of game 4. We tacked on another little extra Rocket League game just for the heck of it. 4 minutes, 34 seconds of overtime at the end of game 4. Just to see who'd get one score. That was, of course, SAGU to tie it up, push us into this game at number 5 for the ECAC.
Here we go. Into the offensive corner. It's Mattify. Mattify with the takeaway. Has the dribble. Trying to keep it with him. Didn't quite work. Keytan will knock it forward. 2 are up. 1 is Keytan. Off the back. Crazy Kyle can't control it. Mattify knocks it away. He'll defer to Hood, who knocks it hard in to the offensive end. Oh, that's going to be a chance for Keytan towards the net, trying the dribble. Oh, it stays out for the moment. And here comes Hood. Hood had a real good couple of efforts in the first couple of games and has not really been seen since in these later games. Mattify into the mid. 7 seconds left. Do we see a last-second goal to end this series, or do we have OT? Geo thinks he can end it. That's going to be knocked down towards the floor, and it will hit to give us OT in a decisive Game 5.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. If you like Overwatch, you got to wait, people. Rocket League's got to finish first. Oh, no. Open net all day long, and Keytan can't rocket it early.
And nearly ended up happening. Couldn't quite get it done. Mattify has got to be defensively responsible. Keytan forces the issue. Left wing side. Brother Nature is going to go above his net into the corner and try to follow it. Has a dribble, has a little bit of room. Flick goes nowhere as Crazy Kyle's all over it. Keytan, far side shot, he scores! SAGU wins in a Game 5 thriller in OT. Game set match SAGU will go to 5-2.
Jeez, yeah, a 102 kilometer an hour goal breaker there at the very end for SAGU. They drop game 1, they take game 2, or excuse me, they drop game 1, they take game 2, they drop into game 3 and then take it, lose it in game 4, and then take it back in game 5. The second overtime situation right there after putting up 0 against 5 scores in game 4 across 9.5 minutes of gameplay there. If you know anything else that is this like up and down, just changes themes consistently, you got to let me know.
Yeah, that was a very seesaw battle. It was 100% back and forth through all 5 games. And Keytan gets a little bit of justice after hitting the post real quickly into OT. Then a couple minutes later comes through with one to give his team the win. So that's good work and a really competitive series. And it's been a lot of fun since this one got started.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, no interview here today, guys. We are a little bit past our starting time for Overwatch, so stay tuned for that. FBI Tugboat and Curtis Casting had an absolute pleasure of covering this 3-2 victory for SAGU over RPI, improving SAGU up to 5-2. RPI, unfortunately, dropping on down to 4-3. We got a little bit of regular season left before we do hit the playoffs, and that will be the top 50% of both. 16 teams total, 18 teams each, and we're not quite there yet. Curtis, do we have anything else for the good people before we start this Overwatch? That's Johnson & Wales University taking on Wichita State, and that's LaFawn, and that's Juggle God covering it.
Yep, and let's get over to him because I know Overwatch is a big thing and is super competitive, and we will have some fun with Rocket League in about a week's time. For Tugboat, I'm Curtis. Goodbye, good night. Overwatch is next.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cards is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to. Back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents, and now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 Wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to. Back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents, and now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Your offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' as kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, job that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cards is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' as kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, job that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cards is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Your offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. You're offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Your offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and family beyond the binary, good evening and welcome to some more Overwatch action here at ECAC. My name, Warren Jugglegod Hammond, joined on the mic by LaFon tonight. How are you doing, my friend?
Doing pretty well. Excited to see some action here. Of course, we got our two teams ready to rumble, as it were. Wichita State versus Johnson and Wales University. This is going to be an exciting one. 4-2 for both these squads, so fairly close, of course, in their scoreline. the way we got, or the way the teams got here, I suppose I should say, is a little bit different. One team coming fresh off a loss, the other off a victory. So a little bit of opposites there. One looking to hopefully stop the losing streak, the other one extending, or ideally extending theirs. Ultimately, Juggle God, as we get into the game itself, we got to talk, of course, about the format, starting off as we always do on Control.
Yes, Control going to be the name of the game first, as always, and love to see these maps coming out, right? Because it's always going to be an interesting. It's like you get some hors d'oeuvres, right? It's like you get a little sampler platter of what you're going to see throughout the rest of the series. Because you have an opportunity to see potentially a few different compositions.
Yeah, and just a reminder, of course, the home team will pick the first map, and thereafter the team that loses will pick afterwards. So sides will be swapped on the opposite, or by the team that won the last round. Of course, we are going to start off on Lijiang Tower for that control map. And yeah, as you highlighted, speaking to that composition, speaking of that stylistic play, it really does set the stage for sort of the expectations throughout the series. Map number 1 is the sort of the bearing that we kind of have for the series as it goes through, and we're starting off on Garden here on Lijiang Tower. So I would expect to see, I would not be surprised to see an aggressive look from at least one of the squads.
Yeah, that is very true, and we're gonna see a 6-man dive coming out from Johnson & Wales, which to me, that is a very aggressive look, right? That says you want to just plow through your opponents with a lot of cleave damage and a lot of upfront damage as well. We're all going to be the name of the game for Wichita State on the other side as this game gets underway. Both teams now making their way out towards the middle of the map. We're going to see the fight break out in front of the point. Could be Wichita State positioning themselves on it first. Damage coming in now from Johnson & Wales from the outside, but so far Wichita State not taking a lot of that in the face. It's going to be an immortality field already used by Sparky, and so that could be the go button now for Johnson & Wales to start to push in. Shinobu going to be able to get a pick, but Gentalian also follows. So 5v5, we are in Overwatch 2 territory. LaFon to start things off here. Early possession looks like it could go the way of Johnson & Wales, especially after the Coalescence is committed. That's what you're looking for with this 6-man dive. The environmental kill comes as well onto Dampley. With that, the point flips in Johnson & Wales' favor, and they take the first fight.
It's not over and done with yet, though, as that's 3 from Hanbei, who comes in clutch with the Molten Core, but the final blows just aren't there for the remaining members. Robe staying alive, of course, and Johnson & Wales will get the reset. However, there are some stable members of Wichita State left on the objectives, specifically Dampley, who got them back with Lerman's going down. This is still potential for Wichita State to turn this back in their favor.
Percentage now starting to be clicked over by Wichita State. We're going to see Moira being taken out of the fight. No rare soccer left. A couple of picks in favor of Wichita State now, and the fight turning around in their favor. They will get the second possession.
Hanbei is the hero for that play. There's no other way about it, right? The 3 eliminations with the Torbjorn, with the Molten Core, coupled with the Ant Matrix, just means that Johnson & Wales aren't sturdy enough to survive the remaining, the Wichita State's healthy players. So they're forced to reset. They will have, of course, the EMP, but Trashel Lin trying her best to dodge that, try and stay alive.
Death Blossom comes in now from Shinobu. That's going to lead to 2 early picks for Johnson & Wales, but it flips back in Wichita's favor just as quickly. They get a couple on the board, too. Going to be a 1-player differential, though, on the point. Hanbei has the Molten Core ready to go. We're going to see that committed as well. The point still in favor of Wichita State. This Brawl being able to just swing through everybody on Johnson & Wales' side. And keeping in their favor, we do have the D-Mech, though, coming in onto Dampley. They're not going to be long for this world. And now Johnson & Wales coming back in this. They're going to get the kills they need and flip it over in their favor.
And this time, Johnson & Wales don't allow the reset to come in via the Molten Core, even if it had been available. Heroics not going to be online this time, so Wichita State will have to start from scratch in their next engagement. Good play there from the EMP to kind of turn things over in the Coalescence and Sound Barrier to clean things up at the very end. Wichita State still have some tools to walk with. If Chintalian gets caught out without the bubble, then the Shatter can find a ton of value, and Fluffy is going to be the one kind of setting the tempo here.
That tempo going to be pretty quick as well. They're going to push in off the back of the damn Matrix. Shatterland! 4 on the ground. The supports are gone. And with that, Wichita State is primed to just walk all over Johnson & Wales. and take the point back for them.
Very clean. I mean, exactly as I highlighted, right? The Shatter does not have a barrier to stop it, so you just walk forward and everyone gets caught in it. And Johnson Wales have no response. They're going to do a good job of staggering out, so it's going to be about even in terms of percentage. And even with that, getting up to that 75% mark or so, Johnson Wales will have a fight in last fight territory with this EMP, which is kind of what they're looking for.
They're going to be able to come in with it if Robic gets there in time. 80% on the board right now, but this fight's still going the way of Wichita State. We are in last fight territory now for Johnson & Wales. They need a quick reset here, but it doesn't look like that's what they're going to do. 90% on now. Wichita State going to come away with this sub-map win, unless, no, at the last moment, they're able to flip it.
This is going to be a last fight territory with Johnson & Wales having the EMP advantage, right? If Rogue can land a big one and combo with the self-destruct and the death blossoms in the back pocket as well, Johnson & Wales has the advantage in this round, but it's going to come down to execution as Robe sets up for this EMP.
Let's see if it's going to land. It's able to catch 3. The self-destruct is there. Gentalian and Robe combining for a massive fight win right there. 95% on the board, but nobody from Wichita left standing. Point flips to Johnson. Can anybody even touch LaFon?
I don't think there's any respawns left, and that's going to be an anticlimactic finish. The overtime will not even trigger, rather, as we tech to that 100%. And Johnson Wales, by virtue of having the better closeout resources, give themselves that round. And honestly, the credit to that round really goes to the fact they were able to stagger out to that 94% mark from 65%, right? So that's the real win condition for Johnson, or the real winning moment for Johnson Wales. And obviously Robe, that's a sick EMP that Solsta kind of followed up on.
Yeah, they did just a beautiful job of that. And what I've seen coming out from both of these squads so far has looked fantastic, right? This has been a very back and forth affair, which I think is what we were expecting. And as we move on to Night Market, we're going to see a wholesale swap in the look coming over from Johnson & Wales. They're going to opt for this brawl, but with a Pharah in tow instead of the typical Symmetra. That's going to give the point over first to Wichita State. Let's see if they can hold on to it, LaFon.
That's going to be a great start, though. Headshot directly to the man. Now the sustain ability of the wall gone, and Wichita State are in disarray.
That they are. We're going to see rockets coming in now from Robe. Wichita State looking to try and turn things around. A charge going to come in. That's going to take one of the members of Wichita State off the map. Johnson Wales with a little bit of an advantage here. They're going to ride that to this first fight victory.
Just toying with the pilot diva there. Yeah, off the map they go. Yep. We'll reset for the team. And I mean, Johnson Wales start that round off a little bit, nearly identically to the first one. Just this time they're a little bit cleaner with the ending of it. Right? Get that early pickoff and then sustain that into a fight win after resources committed. Now Johnson Wales are setting up for the second fight, and they have the barrage over top. Player gonna have to work overtime.
We're going to see a barrage come in. That's going to lay down to Trasher Lynn out of the fight, as is Player. Shinobu going to try and continue this force coming out from Johnson & Wales. They're going to be able to take this to another fight win.
They're going to concuss the pilot back, too, so this is a super delayed engagement. Really well done, actually, in the stagger by Johnson & Wales. And Wichita State are now looking about half the percentage captured with no progress gained, even in space. In space gained on the map. They're going to have to just kind of walk forward and play tank to tank, right? Play around this Earth Shatter. I mean, that being said, Gentalian has theirs as well, so not the ideal duel here.
No, it certainly is not. That Amplification Matrix is going to do a lot, but the Dragon Strike from Shinobu gets gobbled up by Damply. It's not going to matter, though, because Johnson & Wales still getting the picks they need to ride this to another fight win. And now we're headed to last fight territory for Wichita State.
I mean, the stagger's coming in, so it's going to be last fight territory. Rowe will get the final blow, but it doesn't matter. That's wasted another 5% on the objective. You're looking strong. Obviously, Hanbei going to try for this Blizzard, but Wichita State, I mean, they're not playing Johnson Wales playing up too aggressively.
No, they're not. The Blizzard gets eaten as well by Damply. Damply just doing a tremendous job mitigating some of these abilities, but once again the pick still coming in favor of Johnson & Wales. We are at 99% now. Overtime has been triggered, but Wichita State not left with much that they can do here. and with one sub-map already in favor of Johnson and Wales, and this one looking to be going their way as well. This is gonna be them losing the point, as a matter of fact, as Wichita State has started to come back in this fight. But Rogue might have something else to say about a player. Gonna see if they can push them out of point for just long enough. Rogue does find another pick, but it is gonna be Wichita State coming out with possession. But it might not last for long, LaFon.
No, it might not. There's the rematch coming back in. So Wichita State are going to be quick on the feet here as the respawns come back in for Johnson and Wales. And they've already started to make their approach to the objective.
We're going to see the Dragon Strike thrown through now. This one does not get eaten by Shinobu. Deadeye now tries to catch someone out of the sky, but it's not going to be there. Barrage comes in. That's going to be big. Opening things up for Johnson Wales. They've got a 2-player advantage right now. They're going to see if they can turn this into even more. Overtime has been triggered, but everything's coming up Johnson and Wales, and they will ride that for the first victory here between these two squads.
Yeah, that's a really strong finish from Johnson and Wales. That second round was incredibly dominant by them, understanding their win conditions to perfection. And I think more critically, juggling targets from back, from DPS to DPS and the front line holding on the fort as a result. Here's that one highlight I was talking about. Anbe just keeping things sort of clutch, right? Big molten core, obviously the Matrix doing a ton of damage, but in that second round was all Johnson and Wales. As I said, in one, it was either Rogue, with the rockets. Obviously, the Hanzo arrows getting a ton of value as well, and the front line. When you have that much damage throughput coming, you can kind of play as aggressively as you'd like. And in fact, they did. We saw some great shatters. We saw some obviously fantastic defensive play from the Diva. And overall, Johnson and Wales just a stronger team on map number 1.
Yeah, they absolutely were. It was much closer when we were on Gardens, right? And I think, the 6-man dive versus the Brawl, maybe not as strong as the Brawl v Brawl, right? I think Johnson Wales really showing their prowess on that composition in the second map. So that might be something that they want to keep in mind as we move forward and as it becomes Wichita State's map pick.
And obviously we move, map types as well, going from control to hybrid for our second look here. Getting a chance to see what the map selection will be here in just a moment. Obviously, it is going to be Wichita State's map pick, as you said just a moment ago. I think one of the curious things here is Wichita State going to go to another Brawl map, or are they going to try and flex off of it into something a little bit more, mobility based, depending on what comes through?
I think they might want to go for something a little more mobility based, right? See if maybe their dive or disruption composition can go toe to toe with what Johnson and Wales has shown so far. Because like I said, I think the Brawl v Brawl probably going to go the way of Johnson and Wales. So let's see something like a Numbani, right? That could be a good place to go for the second map if you're Wichita State.
Yeah, I mean, in this case, it is definitely going to be a case, or Wichita State wanting to win. But speaking of winning, Lenovo Legion knows you play to win. To stand out from the competition, you need equipment that matches the speed of your thoughts and actions. Legion Y25 monitor delivers wins in the toughest, most critical situations. With its extreme 1 millisecond response time to its insane 240 hertz refresh rate, the Legion Y25 doesn't just keep up, but does a lot more. Built for those engaged in vast multiplayer battles at the tournament level, the Legion Y25 offers a 24.5-inch Full HD IPS panel with built-in NVIDIA G-Sync compatibility. The Legion Y25 monitor is available at Lenovo.com and other fine retailers. Jungle God, I mean, that is a fantastic piece of kit for these players, but to the game itself here, to your point, I think Numbani will be an interesting look. The one thing I will say is that it is in fact Johnson Wales who showcased the flexibility most recently, right?
True.
They have they played the Winston Reaper comp there, the Reaper Sombra as it were, and they played the that Reinhardt look. So they've showcased a little bit of flexibility. Meanwhile, their opposition has been a little less, a little more one note. I think is a
little more rigid.
Is a fair way to put it.
Yeah. You're exactly right. I think it's going to be interesting to see, right, what Wichita State decides to do, right? They could just be a much more brawl-centric team, in which case that could provide problems. But when you're at the level that most of these teams are, and given the record that Wichita State has, I imagine we're going to see some flexibility coming out here as we head to the canals of Rialto.
I mean, the initial thing that we kind of can highlight here for Rialto is that this map, as of late, has kind of showcased the Wrecking Ball a lot more. Honestly, Escort in general has. We've seen a lot more Wrecking Ball compositions play out. Obviously, from the end of the season in the Overwatch League, trickling forward. That kind of high mobility style, that dive composition, in as much as that terminology still works, has been sort of the forte, the go-to for teams. And Johnson and Wales, though, going to eschew that idea with the Roadhog. Italian, we've seen it before, has had a very, very strong, bruiser pick on that Roadhog. So we'll see how well they're able to shut down sort of these flankers that abound on Wichita State's side.
This is going to be a very interesting matchup here compositionally, right? Because we saw, like you said, this composition come out from Johnson and Wales in the past, and while I initially questioned it, it seems to work very, very well, right? We saw them ride this composition to several wins last week, and already Solstice has been able to take out Fluffy but Deadly, and with Damply falling as well, Johnson and Wales starting out with a great defense.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the things about Wichita State's composition right now. It's going to be a pick-off onto the Widowmaker, but I don't think that's obviously not going to do a ton to stabilize the comp. Nice body block that's coming through there from Fluffy onto the break to make sure the Trash Lane does not get taken out. I will say that even though Shinobu gets eliminated, there isn't a whole lot that this composition is really going to do to stop these flankers. There isn't really a whole lot that this high mobility composition is going to really find in the front line, even as that is a forced elimination against Wichita State there.
Yeah, with Hanbei going down, things are going from bad to worse for Wichita State. A flurry of kills comes in, and once again, Johnson and Wales are going to be able to hold strong.
I think the big problem here right now is stability for Wichita State, right? Johnson and Wales can kind of just post up on this high ground or on the payload around a corner, pick your poison, and make a stand there, right? They've got the stability of the Sigma, of the Brig in play. Wichita State's a lot more mobile, but the problem is once a player gets shut down, there's that composition falling apart. And so far, both Player and Fluffy have been denied the backline progress that they're looking for on those high mobility characters.
Yeah, they really haven't. They haven't been able to set up and make the space that they need to make, right? And get into the positions they need to be. But things are going to be a different story this time around as Hanbei opens things up, but a Dragon Strike is going to strike back and make this a 5v5 once again. Fluffy but Deadly on their way back. Hard making a little bit of progress now. But just how much is remained to be seen as Robe comes in for a pick. Can they make it a pair? They, in fact, do. And with that, Johnson Wales holds again. Now there's just a minute and a half left for Wichita State. That's 2 fights, maybe 3.
Robe has quietly been the most explosive player in this server for the last 2 maps. Especially on this Hanzo, as that's another clean long-range headshot onto the Zen from afar. And I mean, the big problem here is if you're being burst down that quickly by the projectile player, then you're just at a disadvantage nearly the entire time. Player forced to recall before the fight even starts. You're going to need that when you're taking up a backline against a Brig and a Zen combo.
Yeah, you absolutely are. That just has to be there. Speaking of that backline, right? You want to enable that Zenyatta, and right now, with Zenyatta out of the fight, that's going to be very, very difficult. 40 seconds left on the clock. Johnson and Wales have a couple of picks, but it's going to be a strike back from Player with a pulse bomb. Lermans commits the rally now to see if they can hold on. Trasher Lynn backing up for Wichita State as the picks continue to come in for Johnson and Wales.
I mean, that's just stabilization with the rally there. It's a good read by Lermans as they recognize that, even though they've lost a player, they have the better survivability and making sure they commit to the fight. So now we're in that last 20 seconds left, and it's harried and panicked from Wichita State. They have the tools they need, but they need to come in cleanly, and there's the Gravitic Flux over top.
Wow. Fluffy but Deadly finds Shinobu on the flank. They're not able to get away, but it's going to be, once again, Johnson Wales coming up with the kills they need. Rare Soccer has popped the Transcendence as well, and that's going to make it almost impossible for Wichita to get in any damage. Sparky falls. Overtime has been committed. There's a whole hog on point and a Dragon Strike, and with all that, there's little to nothing that Wichita State can do. The minefield is committed by Fluffy but Deadly, but it looks like they're just going to be Fluffy at this point. Deadly not in the cards for them this time, and with that, Johnson of Wales has a beautiful hold on first point of Rialto.
I suppose the glass half full way of looking at it is that Minefield gained an extra 2 meters on the objective.
Yes.
So now instead of a full hold in first corner, you're looking at a full hold about halfway through, which is significantly more doable, especially on Rialto.
Yes.
But yeah, for Johnson and Wales, they've got to be feeling good about this game. They've really come into their own in that second round of Lijiang Tower and have not taken their foot off the gas since then. And at this point, I mean, Johnson and Wales, an up-tempo composition, even if they run the dive comp for themselves, and you're thinking Wichita State have to worry not just about the mechanical side of things, but, if their footing slips even a little bit, that's the map over. And you have to think that Johnson and Wales is playing with that little bit of extra confidence as a result.
Yeah, I think they really are. And speaking of confidence, I feel like that's been shaken for Wichita State, right? They were coming into this matchup, I think, looking at a fairly even, matchup on paper, right? But at this point, Johnson and Wales are really starting to separate themselves, I think, as the stronger team. And Wichita State, they're going to have to make some big adjustment here, I think, right? It's not going to be a matter of a small adjustment to come back in this game. I think it's going to have to be a major adjustment from their squad in terms of either their composition or in the way that they're playing, potentially both, LaFon.
It starts here with this this composition that is more methodical, a little bit more slow-paced, and can really ice out a game if you play it to perfection with this double shield. And we'll see how well that turns around here for Wichita State. But at the moment, Johnson and Wales, why fix what ain't broke as they run the double sniper into the Roadhog here.
Shots coming in from Shinobu, but all they're meeting at the moment is a lot of shields, which is exactly what Wichita State is hoping for. And already they've got a couple of picks on the board. This defense looking to be doing exactly what it's designed to do.
The hook goes wide this time, so there's no guaranteed elimination here. And Wichita State, though they've been forced off the high ground, are actually still in a really good position with the natural cover of the wall and the cart. Now, even as I say that, it goes from bad to worse. A big pick off the force of the Resurrect.
Resurrect is going to come in, so things looking a little bit better for Johnson and Wales now. Solsta trying to make a little bit of progress, but it's going to be Gentalian who falls early on. Solsta at about half health right now. They're going to have to back up and try and heal off and likely just wait for Gentalian, but no, Solsta's looking for an off angle with Robe. Shinobu now pops the sights. That's going to be Fluffy but deadly, using that Fortify to stay strong and not allow themselves to get picked off.
Big problem here is how much space has been forced by the offense, right? They've forced Wichita State now to play on a really awkward defensive angle, and that means that Shinobu can play up pretty aggressively. Resource committed here with the Ant Matrix, and Johnson and Wales, now they've moved over to the mirror, and the problem is now this is a big off angle by Rogue.
Yeah, it absolutely is. This can cause a lot of problems here. 99 to that Dragon Strike. Let's see if they're going to lose it here. Nice shot comes in. Johnson and Wales looking good. They've got 2 picks. This could be the end of this map as we know it, LaFon. It's just a Valking Mercy on point. Treasure Lynn going to fall. And with so many members on the card, I'm not sure if Wichita State even gets a touch here.
It's player the last one left standing, but will collapse as they approach the objective. Johnson Wales. It says first to 3 there at the top of your screen. After 2, it's 2 to Johnson and Wales. Wichita State need an incredible comeback to make this one turn around. But yeah, Robe has been the highlight of the series here, and here it continues. Now, Shield, don't stand up too long at the Storm Arrow. What can I say?
Yeah, that's true. That is absolutely one way to answer those double shields. Is just a barrage of tree trunks, as it were, coming into them.
Yeah, so excellent stuff here from Johnson and Wales, who've come out swinging in a big way. And I mean, Wichita State, it's been tough for them, right? There was that close round in round number 1. Arguably off some heroics from Hanbei more than anything else. But ever since then, Johnson and Wales have really tied it down. And I think compositionally understood their win conditions more. And, even though it's not, I wouldn't say these compositions are conventional. They are coherent, and it seems to play to the strengths that Johnson and Wales have. And I mean, Gentalian on the Roadhog has long been a strong point of theirs.
That certainly has been. We are going to throw to a very short break, though. Give the players a chance to hydrate. Always important. So, stick around. We will be right back here in just a couple of moments.
anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cards is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to. Back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cards is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cards is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to. Back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, Watch it.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground and the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore.
Ready for battle.
We go from the warm weather of Rialto and the flooded streets to the frozen, frigid northern wastelands of Volskaya Industries, Lafon, for our third and what could be potentially final map between Johnson and Wales and Wichita State.
And I mean, for Wichita State, they're hoping it ain't the end, right? Because they still have, they'd like to bring this one back, but Johnson and Wales well on their way, right? As we get to see them showcase their defense here on Volskaya Industries, and I mean, this is an interesting look too from them, playing still that anti-dive that they were showcasing on Rialto here. Just the addition of a Mercy for the damage boost, for the resurrect, a lot more mobility that way. Still a long-standing tradition to see this Roadhog through, and we'll see how well Chintani can keep up the work they had so far.
Fluffy but Deadly going to get an early position in the back line of Johnson and Wales, but they don't appear to be too concerned about it at the moment. We're going to see an engagement come in now. Nice pile driver. That's going to take Rare Soccer out of the fight immediately, and this is exactly the start you wanted to see for Wichita State. The res will come in, though, but in the meantime, Shinobu falls. Fluffy but Deadly finding the opportunities that they have needed. Rope is going to lap back, though, able to get one pick. Is it going to be enough, though, to hold on to this point, Lafon? That is the question that we are looking to get answered soon as Rogue comes in for another. Solsta finds that, and Wichita State going to be sent back to spawn. But lots of good stuff that we saw for them already.
Yeah, and I mean, perhaps it's not the one elimination that'll stymie that push, but rather the remaining 4 that come through, and they're getting staggered here. I mean, here's the thing, right? This is actually a really good start for Johnson Wales. Robe just comes up clutch with a big pick off in the pocket, and I will say this, there is a lot more opportunity for this half dive that WSU's running with the Tracer, with the Wrecking Ball to kind of get value, especially because there's no break to slow down one or both of those players.
2.5 minutes now on the clock for Wichita State to try and make something of this. That first engagement took quite a bit of time off it, so Johnson Wales has to be feeling happy about that. Fluffy but Deadly looks to start an engagement, but decides not to. Pulse Bomb gonna come in, doesn't stick, and Hanbei left to try and build that back up against now. Wichita State backing off for the moment. We're gonna hear Dragon Strike come in. That's gonna catch one. Johnson Wales now with a 2-player advantage. Make that 3 as they continue to hold strong.
I mean, just player now standing up on the high ground here. No pocket. Robe will take the fadeaway shot. And that is Johnson and Wales going to keep this one in their full control. Here's the one thing, right, is that Johnson and Wales, theoretically, all they have to do is dodge the Roadhog hook on this dive and kind of get the throughput with the Tracer and the Wrecking Ball. That's the dive elimination, but look how well Robe's marking the opposition. There's a body shot melee, and the fight's just over. The dive is dead, and there's no way to defend against it. Hanbei forced to reset, and Robe just kind of sitting up here on the high ground, completely isolated, completely alone, and just putting so much damage through.
Yeah, just a tremendous amount. Shinobu able to get the final blow onto Trasher Lin after that shield was chunked down by the Storm Arrows from Robe. And with that opening, they're going to create even more of one with a couple of picks. Johnson and Wales looking really good. We've got the Gravitic Flux committed as well. And with that, a minute left on the clock for Wichita State to try and get something going here on first point of Volskaya.
I suppose the one saving grace there is that Shinobu does not get, or sorry, Dampley does not get staggered, as Shinobu will get the elimination. And I mean, it may as well, even as I say that stagger doesn't come through, Hanbei gets the body shot taken out of them with that damage amplification. So Robe will slow that down to this last 30 seconds. And you're looking to this last fight. Sure, Wichita State has the resources, but you have to break through the choke point first. And this Dragon Strike and Deadeye can both pierce through. If that hook had landed, that would have been lights out.
Yeah, that would have been. Wichita State count their lucky stars that it didn't that time, as Gentalian backs up and takes a more defensive position here. We're going to see the pulse bomb come in. Hanbei going to lose their life, but they do get Robe out as well with the self-destruct, finding one, as does the Dragon Strike. Wichita State looking pretty good. They've just got one player down at the moment. They should be able to get at least one pick here. Gentalian pops the whole hog to try and keep some of these members away. They've done a great job of doing that. Overtime about to take over. Dampley goes off the map due to that whole hog. They didn't have the boosters there. Sparky now pops the Transcendence to try and keep things alive for Wichita State. They've got one pick on the board. They've got another pick. Gentalian is out of the fight with Rare Soccer just barely getting to point and getting sent back almost immediately. This could be all over for Johnson and Wales' first defense here. They may have to back up and try for a second. We're going to see a last moment contest come in from Tulsa, but they're going to get boosted away. Not going to be able to touch the point. And with that, Wichita will get to see second.
Yeah. There's going to be the reset coming in for Rare Soccer and Lermans both, but they'll be back really, really quickly. Their respawn's already done, in fact, as they go through. So composition switches up, go through. Wichita State now continue their progress, but unfortunately for them, I mean, it's less than 3 minutes here, and WSU just doesn't have an opening as Robe continues to put pressure here on the flank.
Nova going to combine for a quick kill onto Hanbei. Trasher Lin pops the rally in response. Robe now trying to get a lot of damage into Dampley. It's going to be rewarded with a pick as well. Gentalian now looking to try and make something happen. Hook does land. Robe with the final blow onto Fluffy but Deadly. And with that, Wichita's going to have to try again.
Yeah, and I mean, now, I can't be staggered here if you're WSU. There's the couple, these are just courtesy eliminations more than anything else. And Wichita State going to make a couple of changes. Fluffy going over to the Arisa, so the double shield's going to be in play here, trying to just slow the game down. But the big problem with that is, sure, it's a little bit more. There's a little bit more survivability, but time is not on your side. Less than 2 minutes here, 1:45 in fact, and Johnson and Wales, they're going to play an aggressive style here, have their Roadhog play that off angle as a bruiser, and play for that hook, and just, end the fight before it even starts with good pickoff.
Nice pulse bomb going to land in favor of Wichita State. That is the opening that they needed. Dragon Strike going to be thrown in to try and dissuade some of this push. It's going to be Rare Soccer finding Fluffy but Deadly, who swapped over to that Arisa. Hanbei now trying to put in some damage as well, but it's going to be Robe who gets the pick. Tulsa with the Gravitic Flux now, not going to find anybody this time, but does clear the point. And with that, Johnson and Wales holds again.
Yeah, I mean, even with that big pickoff that Hanbei got to open things up, it's just WSU are forced to use their defensive resources first, despite having the more survivable composition, right? We saw the Immortality Field used at the top of the fight. We saw the Transcendence used first. Rare Soccer was not even, did not even feel the need to respond in kind. So Johnson and Wales heading into this last fight have that, sustainability of the Transcendence, and they're still trying to play with that, pickoff potential. Look how aggressively they're holding.
Yeah, they're holding just so far forward, and they're going to get a pick for it. They want to bleed out all of Wichita State's resources before they even get to the point. And, you know, they did one better. They got a player out.
And I don't think the Resurrect's going to be there, so that's going to be, Damply walking back. Slow style here is looking for a pickoff. Wichita State are scrambling for scraps, and Johnson and Wales don't even give them the benefit of that.
No, they don't, and they've got 2 support ultimates online as well. That's going to be able to get them through this Dragon Strike as long as they are able to get them in time. Lerman's going to use the rally to start things off. Here comes the Dragon Strike. Robe out of the fight. But with Trasher Lynn going down, things are looking to go from bad to worse for Wichita State. Overtime ticking over. Nobody can touch it with that. Johnson and Wales will hold on second.
I think a microcosm of this entire round is that Rare Soccer felt no need to press the Transcendence at any point in that last fight, despite Robe being taken out. So Johnson and Wales' supreme confidence in their even fight setup, right, in the neutral as it were, they feel they have the dominant advantage and do not need to commit those sustainabilities, and that has led to them stopping Wichita State at just 1 point so far in the entire series. And a reminder, this is match point. Johnson and Wales need 1 point, A, and then 1/3 of B to give themselves the complete victory here tonight.
That they do, and given what we've seen from this Johnson and Wales squad so far, I don't think that is too terribly high of an ask to make. I think that they have what it takes. Wichita State, they're going to have to dig deep here and try and mount a phenomenal defense. And right now with the double shield, I like what they're coming out on, especially with Hanbei and Trasher Lynn in the sky to support.
Looking again, it's all about slowing down, just running the clock out, because you're playing for a win here. If you're Wichita State, you don't, even if you go into map number 4, you'd like it to be with a map or a map win in your column. So they need to draw as much time off the clock on first, and really prevent capture at all costs. And
prioritizing combat functions.
We'll see how well they're able to finalize that as the slow but inevitable start from Johnson and Wales begins.
They're going to be able to push through choke with impunity, as Wichita State has opted for this very defensive position with the double shield. What was that hook from Chintalian? I didn't even see Sparky. I don't know if Sparky saw Chintalian. That was tremendous, and with that, things have been opened wide up for Johnson and Wales. They need to start to combine for some more picks, though. They do have Flair out of the fight as well. So if they can start to snowball this into a big fight win, they can snowball it into a quick victory on second as well. Chintalian gets a couple, and with that, Wichita's first hold on first point is done.
Yeah, Chintalian, absolutely the hero of that play. I mean, just waiting the hook out to make sure, or waiting just long enough for the Ana to strafe into the hook's path, and then landing it, and obviously getting the Mercy and then the Echo right after to close out the fight. And here's now the big issue. It is going to be just shy of 6 minutes to defend 1/3 of the objective, to force a draw for Wichita State. And Johnson and Wales, they don't really have much in their bank with how quickly they captured that, but this is looking mighty doable for them nonetheless.
Yeah, it really is. 5.5 minutes on the clock right now. Just took 30 seconds to get the point in to start to put pressure on. Robe has this Dragon Strike. Damply going down very low. Dragon Strike going to be loose. Shinobu got to get this Tac Visor online as well. We're going to see the duplicate coming right before the Tac Visor does. So much damage coming in. Fluffy but deadly out of the fight. Hanbei not looking too long for this world. With Shinobu taking out Trasher Lynn. Things are looking very good for Johnson and Wales. That first tick is almost there. Nobody left from Wichita State. And with that, they take the map and the series.
That's a 3-0 indeed for Johnson and Wales. And I mean, as affectionately I named it, the tactical square, the combination of damage there at the end was just too high. Fluffy will get the highlight, but that is a small consolation indeed. As, Wichita State, their win streak gets stopped at 1. And Johnson and Wales add another to the win column here as they commit to 5-2 now.
Yeah, they're going to be feeling really good about that as we are getting towards the end of the regular season here in ECAC. Just one more regular season game to go for all these teams. So every win means a lot here as we're going to start heading into playoffs, LaFon.
Yeah, and I mean, one of the things too is that Johnson and Wales are now placing towards the top. They're, the teams that are kind of in the same bracket. Savannah College of Arts and Design, that's a team that Johnson and Wales lost to. One of the two teams they lost to, sitting at 5-1 on that record. So clearly in that same level of gameplay, that's that sort of echelon of teams, and we're looking to see what Johnson and Wales can continue to accomplish come the next week or so, and see how they resolve their regular season.
We're going to throw it to a short break, though, LaFon, while we get an interview in here from Johnson and Wales to see what they think of this last match and how they think the rest of the season and the playoffs are going to go. So don't go anywhere. Stick around. We will be right back.
Just kicking down all the doors, guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids, that's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to. Back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents, and now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids, that's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids, that's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to. Back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Your offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cards is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cards is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to. Back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Your offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
When life throws you lermans, you make lermonade, and then you bring lermans in for an interview. So, congratulations to you, lermans, for the win here today, and I apologize for that joke. I hope I didn't do too much psychic damage to you there.
Oh, no, I love those jokes. Don't worry about it.
Sounds good. Well, yeah, first off, congratulations on a nice win here, and I want to know, going into this matchup, 4-2 was both of your records. Did you expect to come out with such a dominant performance over a team that on paper looked like they were likely to go toe-to-toe with you?
Honestly, we didn't really do too much research into them, like personally going into the match. We just kind of came into it, playing our best. If we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. We weren't specifically preparing for any teams or anything like that. We just wanted to do the best we could and see how we came out.
I mean, fair enough. Best you could was a 3-0, and it looked dominant the entire way, right? 1 point given up in the entirety of the series. So not bad at all. Talk me through, of course, though, your compositional choices for your team, because, I would describe it as unconventional, perhaps. A lot more Roadhog played towards the latter half of the series. Just walk me through the selection for your heroes in the team.
Right. So it seems right now the meta tends to favor our picks. We have Chintalion, his name is Max. He's like a really, really good Roadhog player. So we tried to force that as much as we can because he's really comfortable on it. And that was kind of our general philosophy going through most of the maps. On maps like the first couple points on Lijiang, where Roadhog isn't really super viable, we switched up to either Winston or Reinhardt. But for the most part, we were able to comfortably play him on Roadhog and play those more slow-paced kind of poke comps that we're most comfortable on.
Gotcha. Yeah, Chintalion really did a phenomenal job today, and we've got to see your team play a couple times now, and Chintalion absolutely living up to what we've seen in the past. Now, I want to switch gears here a little bit and ask you about some of the other esports programs and news that you have for your university. I understand that you've got a tournament coming up soon.
Yeah. So we're running two major things right now. We have sorry, I heard double the stream. That threw me off a little bit. So we're running a small local tournament out in Providence for our Smash Bros team. If you check out our Twitter at JWU Esports, we should have some information coming out on that pretty soon. And we're also trying to run a local fundraiser around Providence as well. I think some of it's going to charity, but we have to figure out the exact details of it still. And that should also be on our Twitter at some point soon, which is, again, at JWU Esports.
Yeah, definitely exciting stuff. Now to switch notes just a little bit more focused on you specifically. Any shout outs you got for the stream here?
I want to shout out my team. We did really, really good tonight. Proud of you guys. I love you. I think that's about it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in for an interview tonight, Lermans. Congratulations to you. Good luck in your final game of the season and during the playoffs.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me.
You bet. Well, that's going to do it for us here tonight, LaFon, and for ECAC. Great games that we got to see here today. Congratulations again to Johnson & Wales. And before we close things out, any final words from you?
Well, it's the nearing the end of the season, right? So the games mean a little bit more here. You want to stay tuned for all the action as it comes around, because the teams will be playing their best for the best, and excited to see how that turns out.
As am I. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. Thank you to all the production staff and the staff in general at ECAC. Once again, my name Warren Jugglegod Hammond, joined by LaFon. GG's, and see you next time.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to. Back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 Wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading